Pure banger. All right, y'all. So here we go. This is leg day base foundation part 2. All right. So this is what an example of the type of workout that I would include on, say, second leg day throughout the week. You know, unless I was able to do a 2 a day, which I'm doing now. But if I was able to get a second leg day in, I always like to mix it in with something like an X chain, like working alongside the lats with the back, with the legs as well. So this here, you got a seated pullover using the Nautilus brand. These were 4 sets of 12. All right, and the goal of this is to warm up the intercostals and get them strengthened, moving through a lot of ranges of motion using the machine and the weights, plates to get that range opened up inside of our shoulder girdle. Because we want to be able to breathe deep when we go into our squats later. So this weight, we start out like mild heavy, and then we finish out with a nice heavy set. And our 5th set was 5 to 8 reps. All right, so we get a working weight for 4 sets of 12. And then the 5th set, 5 to 8 reps. This is my 5th set here. Notice to maintain stability in the seat. Part of that is the seat belt, but the other part is an internal engagement to maintain that seat. So, you know, definitely notice you're not just throwing weight around. You maintain that stability in the body like you're in a rocket ship. Alright, so after we got that, we prime the body for our squat sets. These are 2 to 3 reps. Started with the bar, then went to a 45 plate, then a 45 and a 25, then a 45 and a 45, and a 45 and a 45 and a 25. All right, all 2 to 3 reps. This is the bar set. All right, so with this, you'll note that we want to get our breath, we lock in the chi, or the energy in the body. We'll get down in the deep. All right, so we're down in the deep. We're not relaxing down there. I'm actually looking for how the fascia and the muscle wraps around the bones and not like bumps up against bones. And then when we're on our way out, we don't want to feel like we're tearing anything at the tops of the knees. So we want to have a smooth flow out. And if we have that smooth flow out, we know we're accessing our muscle fibers and not working through our joints. Okay, so this is really key, getting in there and maintaining, looking for the blood feeling. You don't feel like you're packing blood around, everything should be safe and stable. Then as you thrive out, yeah, I'm thriving now. Yeah, and everything links up, boom, all right. Let's go to our next set here. This next set I think I recorded was the 45 and the 25, so I didn't show one set in between, so here's the 45 and the 25. And again, you know, we want to get down in the low. So what's happening while we're down there? The body is taking on shock. So what it's going to do is prepare yourself as you recover to be able to take on shock and then press out without being under panic. So we get in there, and if you notice, like the legs are kind of relaxed a little bit, and I'm working to grind the stability through the thighs right now. And then when it's time to come out of there, get a little bit of a bounce maybe, and sometimes maybe to just grab that muscle and thrive out. It just depends. Bodies react to every different way, to different ways. Let's see here, I had to get that little bounce. Thrive. Get juicy at the top. All right, let's get a couple more, huh? Down there, nothing is relaxed. You know, we're relaxed enough to let the energy flow and to be able to breathe, but when we thrive out of there, we want everything firing. Everything firing. All right. Now, in between every one of my squat sets, like right after I finish the squat, I'll change the weight, and then I'll come over here and do a set over here. And with these, I started out with the seated overhead pullovers with the easy bar. We did 60s, 70s, and 80s. So just kind of alternated through those weights. These are 8 rep sets. And like again here, we're working just keep that rib cage open, working the intercostal stability. And all of this sets up great squats. You know, it just strengthens the spine. And then sometimes we will go into little stretches. So really, I'm not reaching across like that. We're really just looking to get the shoulder blades back. We get a nice rotation, tall body, and then the shoulder blades back feel like you got a T-back. You know, that's the key right there. You know, not really arcing the back over. But then we lean back. You see me lean in there? That's going to free up the low back. So if I'm on the right side lean, the left low back opens up through the glute, and it runs up the smaller the back to the mid back. So like it's a long duration of muscle that releases when you lean back. Right, again, so we're sitting taller, with all the trunk torso to engage upon itself, and then we drive those shoulder blades back. You know, adjusting those legs just to get a different feeling. You want to feel like the femur bone is a base bone against the wall. Shoulders back. And as we lean back in there, we loosen up that low back and allow those muscles to get in alignment for us real good. And then we got some more squats to do, baby. Recommend it though. You gotta understand and know that weight is allowing you to get deep and relax into the deep. It's rare that a lot of guys will hang out in the deep, but I got this technique from watching really shapely women who worked out seriously around this country. I just watched them, and you know, they would get deeper than a lot of guys, and they would spend more time in the deep than the guys, and they would end up with beautiful legs. So this is something for you, but it's an advanced move. You notice I got my protection. Here we go. This is the 225 set. Now, I haven't squatted in maybe a month and a half. So like right now, what I'm doing is setting up a nice base. I'm gonna use these weights here about 2 weeks. And then after that, I'm gonna go to the 3 wheels on each side. And then, you know, and as we increase that weight, then the next thing would be is to start adding reps. So then it'd be all the sets would be 5 reps. Then it'd be 5 to 8 reps. You know what I'm saying? And then when I get to 8, kind of change up and do a different workout style. All right, so here we go. This is the 275 weight here. Let's link it up. This was our peak weight today. Right now, the body knows the fibers it wants to use. So not as much time on the bottom, but we still want to get deep.
Fish.
This ain't easy, man. It's a lot of ways to build strength. And, you know, a lot of guys do it a lot of different ways. This is my way, or one of my ways. Spending time under tension, good loads, good build, strength builds out, engaging those muscles along the posterior chain, and then load them up. All right, we got one more sequence. Boom. We didn't run these. We got a nice pace. Got 245s on there. Good push down, push back, and walk and lunge down, walk and lunge back. 5 plyo box jumps. And that concludes the work today. Did 2 sets of these. This is coming right back here. train coming on the scene. I prefer the slower grind. We wanted the heart rate to get up, but didn't want to get out of control with the breathing, you know? And I do this here, a little action on the end. Had about 2 to 5 minutes to recover in between that lifting set and this. And the thing is after all that lifting and squatting and everything, I want to put the legs to work. Like, allow them to function in form, you know what I mean? Like, hey, we spent that time so I could feel these muscles and whatnot, so then we want to put them to action. And we let that action come through the body, you know what I'm saying? And like, I firmly and strongly believe it's not only my diet, but it's that action and that activity. Like, you know, when you add some Muay Thai onto the body, it brings that extra definition, that conditioned cut. Yeah, clean cut. It's cleaner than a butcher, you know? Yeah. All right, y'all. So we got one more exercise coming on up. And again, this is a great work to try out, especially for taller guys that's looking to get in there. A lot of shorter guys, you know, you already got a lot of thickness in your legs, but, you know, it's for the taller guys, man, it's really tough. And I'm going to show you taller guys how to get to your calves here soon. But, you know, that comes in a different leg day. But here, right here, you know, just getting these plyo jumps. And watch the arms should link in. Dang, I was disappointed with myself. I'm starting to lose my core as those arms fly out. And we still in the mix. Yeah, there's a peak point. I'm gonna have to work on that. I know the gap. I'm gonna let y'all know when I do. All right, here we go. I like that one. That was clean. 2020.